Hello, I'm Michael. This is the second video of my channel, the second video of the series Beyond Your Form. We have a lot of stuff to talk about in this video, but before I begin, I'd like to say thank you for all your support from my first video, and just know that it helps me a lot when I know that the information I share with you and the information that I'm going to share with you in the following videos is very helpful to you to reach your absolute best. So what are we going to talk about today? Ideal weight. Now you probably heard that your height determines your ideal weight, but that's not true. Because in order to have a more accurate approach into which your ideal weight is, then you'd have to take into consideration a lot of other factors such as body type, the genetics, the medical history, etc. So what we're going to talk about in this video is some methods, simple methods that can help us find out what our ideal weight is. To begin with, we'll use the famous BMI, Body Mass Index, an approved method worldwide that can help us determine our ideal weight only by using our height. And for this video, I'm going to use the metric system. So if you're used to the imperial system, just use an online calculator and change your numbers to the metric system so it can help you find out your ideal weight through the following methods. So what is the BMI formula? Your weight in kilograms divided by your height in meters squared. So let's say someone weighs 65 kilos and his height is 170, 1 meter 70 centimeters. So the BMI here is 65 divided by 170 squared, which means 65 divided by 2.89, which is around 22.5. Now, according to this chart, as we can see, the example we used means that this person has a normal body weight. However, we only took into consideration the height and the weight, nothing else, which means it can't be 100% accurate. So in the next methods, we're going to be using some other factors as well. But I just want you to know this, that it's not important only how much you weigh, but also your muscle mass and your body fat. Because as you can see, according to the BMI chart, someone might have extra weight on him and be in the overweight level, but he might have a lot of muscle mass and a lower body fat percentage, which actually means that this person might be healthy. And I'm not talking about extreme stuff, because there actually is a limit as far as muscle gain in a natural way is concerned. But a few extra pounds, a few extra kilos of muscle mass might actually be healthy for someone, even if his BMI is in the overweight level. On the other hand, someone might be in the normal body weight level, but he has lower muscle mass and a lot of body fat, which is not healthy. You might have actually heard the expression skinny fat, someone who might actually look okay on the outside when he's wearing clothes and everything, but he might have a lot of body fat inside him, which actually means that he might be in a normal body weight level, but not healthy. Now, taking into consideration another factor, which is body type besides height and weight, we're going to look at another method, which can actually be more accurate as to what our ideal weight is. You see, body type is actually a very important factor in order to determine your ideal weight. Because let's take, for example, two people that have the exact same height, but the first person has a small body frame, whereas the second one has a large body frame, which means that even though they have the same height, their ideal weight is not the same, because the person with the smaller body frame has to have lower ideal weight than the person with a large body frame. So let's take a look at this method. Now, for women, we start at 1 meter 50 centimeters, which has the ideal weight of 45 kilos, and for every extra 2.5 centimeters, we add 2.25 kilos to the ideal weight. Whereas for men, we start with 1 meter 50 centimeters, which has an ideal weight of 47 kilos, and for every extra 2.5 centimeters of height, we add 2.7 kilos for the ideal weight. And now this number is for someone with a medium body frame size. What happens if he has a small body frame size? We subtract a 10% of the ideal weight, and this is the new ideal weight. And for someone with a large body frame size, we add an extra 10% of the ideal weight, and we have the new ideal weight. Now, how can we determine if our body frame size is small, medium, or large? It's very simple. You just need your height in centimeters and the perimeter of your wrist also in centimeters. And you divide these two, so it's height divided by the wrist, and you'll have a number, and according to this chart, you can see if you are in a small, medium, or large body frame size. So now we've taken into consideration our height and our body frame size. And according to this chart, we can see what our ideal weight is. Now you can pause the video and take a better look at these charts while I'm going to discuss about the next method, which has to do with the waist measurement and the waist to hip ratio. So different regions around the world may have different standards for the ideal waist measurement, but we're going to talk about the European standards and according to the World Health Organization. So you just need to measure your waist, and for men, when it's over 94, that means you're in a dangerous situation, 94 centimeters, and over 102 centimeters is very dangerous. And for women, the numbers are 80, okay, the limit, above 80 centimeters is dangerous, and above 88 centimeters is very dangerous. But there's also something else called the waist to hip ratio. So what do? We measure our waist and we measure our hips. And both in centimeters, we just divide this number, waist divided by hips, and for men, this number must not be more than 0.9, and for women, 0.85. So these are very important measurements, because according to the World Health Organization, these waist measurements must be very seriously taken into consideration. If you're above the limit, that means that you're in a dangerous situation, and danger actually means cardiovascular diseases. And last but not least is the body fat, which is very, very important in order to determine if you're in a healthy or not situation. And even though there are some methods that you can use to see what your body fat percentage is by measuring some parts of your body, for example, the most accurate method is using something like a body fat scale. Okay, there are even more accurate methods than that, but I think that body fat scales are very common nowadays. So you just measure your body fat percentage, and according to this chart, you can see if you're in a normal level or not. So what I'd like to say, that in my opinion, it's not only important the number you see on a scale, but how you feel in your body. Are you active? Do you feel healthy? Do you have more energy during the day? So sometimes these two are very connected. I mean, your weight and your body fat and the way you feel and everything, most of the times they're connected. But what I've seen myself is that when I'm in a normal body weight level and a healthy body fat percentage, then I feel better, and that's very important to me. Now I really hope you enjoyed this video, and even if you knew some stuff we talked about, you can actually share this video with other people, because you might help those other people reach their goals, and it's very important to have this information, to have this knowledge. Stay tuned for the videos that are about to come. There's so much exciting information I'm going to share with you. If you subscribe to my channel, you can receive notifications for my following videos. Thanks for watching. Take care.